For centuries, people have argued as to which fantasy species is the greatest. Co-workers have gotten each other fired over it. Families have split apart in bitter hostility, and children on a playground have stabbed each other over the disagreements. These species have waged war on each other in attempts to climb the hierarchy and stand tall and shining at the top of the ladder. But the question has never been answered. Until tonight. Mypowerbob's Wrestling Federation Fantasy Division is welcoming you to witness the contest of the ages. 6 selected representatives will duke it out in a Battle Royale style match. Hairy faces, pointy ears, and green skin will meet in a ring to once and for all answer the question: what fantasy species is the best?
Thank you, Taleteller, for that wonderful introduction to tonight's event. And welcome, everyone, to the MPBWFFD's first ever event. For the past 30 years, we've hosted wrestling events of unmatched significance. And tonight, coming to you, pre-recorded from Powertown, Norway, we're proud to continue that tradition. We're about to meet our first contestant. All the way from the Diamond Mines, representing the dwarves, it's the Cave Dweller. Now, dwarves are naturally strong and durable, so this guy can be a tough nut to get out of the ring. He's pretty easy to overlook due to his height, and he uses that to his advantage, which makes him pretty dangerous. Now, it's said that this guy doesn't mind with a pickaxe, just punches stone into gravel, which he sure does seem ferocious. I'll give him that. There might be some truth to that. Coming up next, usually closely allied with the dwarves, though tonight that is set aside. John Cogsmith, representing the gnomes. And he brought some fireworks. Some steampunk gnome technology fireworks, it seems. Oh, some more. Now, this guy is pretty small as well, but he makes up for that with his quick wits. If he catches you... That was a very excited audience member. If he catches you off guard, he'll deliver... That audience member threw me off. If he catches you off guard, he'll deliver never-before-seen moves without names. And there's some more fireworks. Somewhere. It's up on stage, where he isn't anymore. Okay. Moving on. Next contestant. This guy is Prince, and Captain of the Guard, it's Swift Alos, representing the Elves, coming in very confident for tonight's fight. If this guy is left unattended, he will build up insane momentum and deliver a flurry of blows. He'll swing both you and himself around like a tornado, and he'll fold you like a t-shirt. And a recent stat analysis shows he spends 65% of his match time in the air, which elves are pretty jumpy, that makes sense. Moving on. The monster of all monsters, apparently. Irog, the Skull Crusher. Representing the orcs, this hulking foe is very scary. Orcs are frighteningly strong, and if this guy gets a hold of you, he's not letting go. Now, the orcs believe themselves to be the strongest species in fantasy, and Irog is here tonight to solidify that fact. Orcs are mostly idiots, and they like to brag about their strength, you know. If you ask any orc, they themselves will say they are the strongest, so we don't actually know if Irog here is the strongest representative. He might have just been the first one to show up tonight. Now, dealing raw power, this guy is seeking to deal damage more than putting on an extravagant show. Though we asked him in the locker room what he was going to do if he won tonight's Brawl, and he answered, and I quote, "Go check out the opera." Which sounds wonderful. I hope he has a good time. Moving on to our 5th contestant. Coming into the ring now. He is Weesum for some reason. Representing the goblins, it's Greglin the Goblin. And he is wearing the skull of someone. Perhaps someone he killed or some already dead guy he grave robbed. And he's performing the standard goblin chant, the goblin anthem, as he enters the ring, and the audience is not chanting back. He's trying to hype them up, you know, getting some applause going, but there's mostly just boos out there, to be honest. Now this guy is unpredictable. He has no idea what a tactic is, he has no idea what a plan is. It's possible he doesn't even know what sort of fight this is. So still trying to hype up the audience, and doing the chant again, which no one is reciprocating. And he seems to be getting a bit agitated from that. Now, coming up next, our last contestant. Every fantasy series is obligated to have these. Representing the humans, it's Eric, son of Derek. Now, in this case, we got the most standard guy possible. Eric is a regular guard for the king, and his father, Derek, was also just a regular guard. He has, however, sworn an oath tonight to prove to the world that humans are not the most boring and weak species in fantasy. So he's got a lot of pressure going into this. And again, since he is just a standard guy, we allowed him to have armor. If not, Iroh would probably skull crush him. Alright, our 6 contestants are ready for tonight's fight. Warmed up and ready to go! Wait, what's going on? Another contestant? It's not a 6v6, it's an 8v8? Well, who are the others? Wait. I know who that is! Ladies and gentlemen, that's Barnaby Beatdown Baggins! The Hobbits, at the last minute, have sent a representative after all! Let's see here. This guy is wider than he is tall, and hobbits aren't particularly strong or skilled. However, their light feet make them pretty slippery, so we could see some interesting techniques from tonight's underdog. And he has a catchphrase, which is, "You had one beating, yes, but what about second beating?" Which doesn't really make any sense given that this is Barnaby's wrestling debut. Yeah. Anyway. So that's our 7th contestant, but who's our 8th? Who the... Oh, it became dark. I have no idea who the 8th contestant could be. He's coming in on an eagle, okay? And have a look at our audience. I'm just kidding, you can't. What is this shot? Holy, okay! Saradelf the Blue. He has a burning wand and he's setting fire to the stage. Is he allowed to do that? Magic fire? It's safe? Okay, this isn't even a fantasy species. That's a fantasy class. Okay, really? Yeah, okay. I have been informed this is one of Tolkien's 5 wizards, and thus he is technically his own species of Tolkien angel, I guess. Do we have some facts about him? Let's see. He just put his wand down. That is not safe, right? He's going to... The ring's going to catch fire. Okay, let's see here. It says here he is the most unpredictable of the wizards that Tolkien made, and really? Okay, Tolkien was scared to write about this guy. I'll guess we'll see why tonight. And his wizard robes aren't up to MPBWFFD regulation, so he's forced to wear a cheap costume during the actual match. Alright, let's see. And we're starting. Now, 8 contestants is a lot to keep track of, so I apologize if I can't comment on everything, but we'll just have to see how that goes. Few people are down, Goblin, Gnome are down. Barnaby is really going ham on both the wizard and then just punching the gnome. Oh, the wizard is getting some revenge, trying to pick up nobody. The dwarf and the man is fighting. Oh, the goblin tried to grapple the man, but failed. The dwarf tried to and succeeded. The orc is twisting the goblin around. The wizard and elf were fighting, but then just gave up. We got a man on the rope, just resting, and the wizard just fell over, I think. Oh! And the elf kicked Hobbit in the face, and the orc picked up the gnome and just threw him down. Jesus. And then is twisting the goblin around again. Wizard on a back-to-back suplex on the elf. Oh, and the Hobbit has put the orc in the corner. He's trying to throw him out. Can the Hobbit throw an orc out? No, he can't even lift him. Oh, Gnome almost went over the rope there, but he saves himself. Wizard in the corner. And Barnaby is out of the match. The Hobbit is the first to leave the ring. Better luck next time. You really didn't belong here in a fighting competition. Man's in the corner. Elf is just flipping the gnome around. I didn't even know what that was. Everybody going... the elf just... What? What was that? A wizard just showing off? Okay, the gnome going ham on the wizard. And just throwing him down. Whoa! Okay, somebody broke something there. The wizard threw the elf over him. The dwarf has picked up the man. The orc is flexing, I think? Praying? And he was punished for it by the elf. Oh, and the gnome is about to be thrown over the corner by the wizard. Is it going to happen? Is the gnome going to leave the match? No, he punches the wizard back and is in. Dwarf and orc down. Man and elf going at it. Wizard and goblin going at it. Go! Goblin diving right onto the gnome. Oh, and the elf picking up the man by his neck with his legs. Oh, and the orc has picked up the gnome and just hit him in the corner. And the goblin doing goblin stuff, just weird techniques that are probably not even legal for this match. Gnome, goblin, elf down. Dwarf and orc are fighting, classic matchup there. Man threw the wizard in the corner and then went on to the elf, delivering a flurry of blows. And wait! Oh! The orc was thrown out of the ring! I didn't even notice! The orc is officially out of the match! Was that the dwarf? Oh, and the elf is about to leave to... No, he can... Oh, he hangs on! And the gnome with a flying dropkick on the dwarf. People are getting exhausted, they are laying down for a rest. The gnome is in the corner, the elf is trying to pick him up. Is gnome going to be the next contestant out of this ring? Man and goblin having at it, and is the gnome out? This is taking a lot of time. The wizard just crawling around the dwarf for some reason, and then the man picks him up. The gnome is back into the fight, goblin in the corner. The gnome just hitting the elf in the tailbone there and slipping on a banana peel, I think. Then what is the goblin doing? He just walked onto the rope and jumped onto nothing. I think the wizard broke his neck or something there. Oh, and the elf just kicking the shit out of the gnome. Goblin taunting the dwarf and then regretting it as the elf picks him up and is thrown onto the rope. Oh, and the man kicking the wizard in the face. The dwarf picking up the elf, throwing him down. Dwarf getting thrown into the corner, Goblin going for the gnome trying to rest, then grappling the elf but failing spectacularly. Oh, but still managing to throw him over the shoulder. Oh, and is the man going out? The man is out! The wizard has thrown out Eric, son of Derek. I'm sorry, humans are not the best fantasy species tonight. And then, oh, the dwarf picking up the gnome, that looked like it hurt. The gnome has a backpack on, that's gotta hurt to land on, right? The goblin and elf going at it with very quick strikes. Both the... Oh! And the gnome throwing out the dwarf! The alliance is dead! The alliance didn't even matter for this fight. Oh, and the wizard picking up the elf by the legs and throwing him down. And the elf is back up again. It's 4 contestants. Half of the contestants have been thrown out. Will it be the elf, the wizard, the gnome, or the goblin? Please, don't let it be the goblin. In fact, don't let it be the wizard either. That guy, I still don't want to count him as a species. The goblin trying to throw the wizard over the corner, but he can't even lift him up. The elf taunting and living to regret it as the gnome... Wow, the gnome folds him like a t-shirt. Wizard throwing the goblin on the rope. Why didn't you just throw him out? Just throw him out. The wizard and the elf fighting. Oh, the wizard is out! The elf has thrown out the wizard, and the gnome capitalized on the elf not paying attention. Look! What was that? The gnome couldn't reach up for the elf's neck, and the elf is doing the wheelbarrow on the gnome. Oh, and the goblin going in for the opening. This is real. This has turned out to be the elf just fighting small guys, and the goblin is in a submission hold with the elf. I believe he lost. Yes, punches to the face. Oh. The gnome is back up, and it's a 1v1v1 here. Oh, is the elf going to go out? No, the goblin slips on a banana peel. Or something, on his sweat maybe. The elf is walking the gnome strikes back. The goblin is just watching, waiting for an opening. Oh, hit the right to the face. Oh, the goblin going for the gnome there. And what? He couldn't decide which side of the rope he wanted to throw the gnome in. Oh, elf trying to walk the goblin. Goblin's not having it. Gnome grappling goblin, hitting him in the tailbone. And oh, a suplex was of a sort, I think. I don't know. I'm not a wrestling commentator. I just walked in here. I'm just a guy in a corner that stole a microphone. Goblin trying to grapple the gnome. Oh, hitting it with the gnome's own attack. And is the gnome out? Oh no, the gnome is not out. Okay, the goblin cannot get anybody out, I think. Oh, a belly-to-back suplex there. That looked like it hurt. They are bound to be... Oh, I was about to say, they gotta be exhausted by now, but I think the elf hit his second wind with a hurricane run on the gnome and then a drop kick on the goblin. Is the gnome going out now? The elf is trying to throw him over. Is it going to happen? The goblin is just watching. No! The gnome is too quick for that, too smart. He knows when to strike. And then... Oh! I don't know the name of that move, but the elf drop kicking the goblin in the face again. Come on, just pick him up. Just throw him over, please. God, the gnome is in the corner resting. It's probably smart. And no, do not throw out the elf. He threw out the elf. Greglin the goblin has thrown out Swift Alios the elf. And our last 2 contestants are a gnome and a goblin. The least likely people to be the strongest fantasy species, I guess, besides the Hobbit. Or, well, I guess this proves that we have all been wrong this entire time. History is going to be rewritten tonight. Come, John Cogsmith, please. Please start fighting back. Do not let the goblin win. Please, throw him out. Don't just stand there. No, don't emote. Just throw him out. We cannot have a goblin win this competition. What was that? Did you find a coin on the ground or something? Lots of reversal. Ooh, a drop kick. And then taunting himself. He's going to regret that. Grapple. Picks him up. Ooh, into the electric chair. That's gotta hurt. This is your chance. Come on, Gnome. Just, ooh. I think he broke his nose there. Oh, into a submission hold. See, is the Goblin strong enough to get out of this? Gnomes are very technical fighters, so this is surely something that John Cogsmith has practiced. And it seemed like he won that. And he goes for another submission hold. And immediately, let's go. Oh, top rope! Oh! Whoo! Diving elbow! Right onto the neck. John Cogsmith, the gnome, is just playing around with his food now. He's ready to throw him out. No, he's going to sweep his legs. This fight has become pretty one-sided. This is your chance. Throw him out. Come on. The Goblin is on the other side of the rope. Gnome is trying to choke him out. Please, come on, dude. No. Ah, the Goblin managed to headbutt him in the stomach. Oh, and a slap, and a slap, and a slap, and a slap. The Gnomes... I don't know what... You've probably learned that... I don't know, from a squid? I don't know. Oh, and John Cogsmith is on the edge. He managed to kick the Goblin in the face, I think. He's in the ring again, anyway. Oh, and now the Goblin is out. The Gnome failed his headbutt on him. Oh, trying to choke him out again. Please let this be it. Look at the Goblin's weird ass shoes. Yes! This is it! Ladies and gentlemen and non-binaries of the audience, John Cogsmith, the Gnome, is the winner. Your strongest fantasy species has been decided. It is the Gnomes. Believe it or not. Maybe he'll go to the opera tonight. What was that? A fight? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, turns out a fight has broken out backstage. We are going to cut to it now to see what's going on. Oh, that's Barnaby! Somebody's attacking Barnaby! That's not a goblin, is it? No, wait, I know who that is. That's Gollum! Gollum from Lord of the Rings! He's attacking Barnaby, beat down Baggins backstage! He's probably out looking for his one precious ring, and he doesn't even know where Barnaby doesn't have it! He's after the wrong Hobbit! He's after the wrong Baggins! Oh! Okay, Barnaby's fighting back. This is important. You didn't lose too much energy in the fight tonight. You should probably have enough to survive this. Barnaby, this is a battle for your life. You gotta win this. If not, Gollum is... I don't even know what Gollum's going to do. There's no ring to steal if he wins this. Okay, Barnaby beat him down and he's leaving. He's grabbing a chair. No! What in the world? Gollum doing one of his just crawling abilities. He's jumping on top of hobbits and crawling around them, beating them and stuff. That's what Gollum does. He's picked up a chair. Oh, he's picked up a chair. No! Oh, come on. No, please. He's laying down. Stop it. Oh! Insane right hook from Barnaby. 2, 3 in fact, and then a left hook. Giving the beatdown to Gollum. Barnaby's had one beating, yes, and now it's time for a second beating. Or well, it's time to give a second beating. I guess. Well, no, that catchphrase still doesn't work, does it? Unless Barnaby... Well, unless Barnaby... Whoa! Oh! Jumping up into the drop kick there, that's insane. Barnaby has to lose tonight to have his second beating, which I don't want to see that. I don't want poor Barnaby to lose even more. He's poor guy. All of the hobbits in the Shire put their trust in him, and he picked up a chair and didn't even get to use it. And whoa, Gollum is into his second win now. Just pick. Is he? Oh, he's picking up the table, and he's throwing it down. Deciding to punch Barnaby instead, and then throwing Barnaby away into the corner there, picking up his leg, lifting him up, and just dropping down. That looked like it hurt more for Gollum than Barnaby, honestly. He's picking up a chair, the 4th chair. Oh, right on the head. That's gotta be brain damage. Oh, or not. Maybe that was the damage that Barnaby needed. Oh my god. Does Barnaby have Ultra Ego? Look at him, he's charging up! He's charging up his Super Saiyan Ultra Ego ability. That's not even a Saiyan ability. Oh, and what was that? Gollum jumped into the chair and Barnaby dropped it. And Barnaby hasn't mastered Ultra Ego yet, apparently. Oh, right on the toe! Ah, the weak spot, or the most offensive spot of the Hobbit, maybe, actually. The feet are said to be leathery, so maybe it is the most durable spot. Throwing Gollum around. Or maybe it's Smeagol. Maybe Smeagol is coming out when he's losing. Barnaby, believing this is over yet? No, Gollum is getting up. Barnaby picks up a chair and doesn't even get to use it. Oh, look at that. Flipping over Barnaby. And Barnaby is down. Is it dead? Is Barnaby... Can we... Sorry, I dropped my Big Mac. That was the funniest thing I could come up with. Barnaby picking up Gollum, flipping around, picking him up again, sweeping his legs in a submission hold. Look at that! Maybe Barnaby will have a victory tonight after all. No, Gollum breaks out of the submission. And I don't know who's attacking who there, but Barnaby lost. Oh, and Gollum has started to just kick him around, taunting him, celebrating the victory already. He hasn't even found a ring. Oh, look at that. Barnaby is starting to get bruised in the face, I believe. Oh, and that broke his ear, apparently. Barnaby grabbed his ear after that. I think he has bones in it. And, oh, Gollum just, going ham on an absolute flurry of kicks. Going over a chair to pick up another chair. Is he going to do it again? No, you can't keep doing this. Gollum, please, you gotta stop. Show some humanity. Or hobbit-manity. And, Barnaby taking the John Cena finisher there. I guess that makes sense, you can't see him. And they're both just laying down resting now. Is Gollum dead? Gollum is not moving. Is Gollum dead? Is that good? Has the ring been destroyed in this time? I guess if Gollum is alive, the ring hasn't been destroyed yet. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the exclusive preview of The Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum. This is what the movie is going to be. Once again, chair picked up, not being used, just absolutely failing. Gollum slapping Barnaby around. This fight just keeps going on. Somebody give up, please, before either of you die. Gollum kick-flipping the chair there to pick up another chair. Kick-flipping again. Keeps hitting Barnaby on the stomach. Maybe Gollum thinks Barnaby ate the ring. Oh, and Gollum won there by flipping around. I guess. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been an eventful night. We saw monsters go up against hairy freaks. We saw wizards and elves and golems. And in the end, the weird little guys won. Somehow. So, good night. And drive the horse carriage safely.